Shout out to DONTAE'S Boxing Nation. This is your boy Shakur Stevenson. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Shakur Stevenson.
Do you feel he's going to make a smooth transition to the pros? Because we know some fighters, they were great as amateurs and they couldn't make the transition. And then others, they weren't that good at the amateurs and they were fantastic as pros. What do you think?
Well, I mean, Shakur is basically, you know, you have the one of a kind in boxing sometimes. Sometimes you might get lucky in a generation and get, you know, in a decade, probably get 2, 3, 4 great. But Shakur, the difference between Shakur and a lot of people, if you look at him, he comes from that pedigree of Andre Ward or Floyd Mayweather or Roy Jones and all the greats. You know what I mean? Because why? They don't think physically, they think mentally. You know, Lomachenko, Rigondeaux, they're mental thinkers. That's why they destroy you in the ring. Because why? They just don't go off, they don't just react to things. So Shakur's transition to the professional rankings is something that's been coming for a while. That, you know, he's been maturing his brain, he's been maturing his skills, he's been maturing everything that he has to do with, you know, his balance, his hand and eye coordination, you know what I'm saying, seeing and knowing everywhere in the ring. So, yeah, I feel like the transition, you know, the time, you know, people say it's being an amateur star is way different from being a professional. But being an amateur star, knowing that what you're trying to get to is what separates you from people saying that, hey, it's going to be a hard transition for me. No, Shakur's been preparing himself to go professional for a while now. Ever since the headgear came off, he was the first one to be excited about, hey, this is helping me get ready for the professional. So, yeah, he's ready. He's ready for the rounds. He's ready for the minutes. You know, we're just ready to, you know, see what happens.
Absolutely. And he's going to be fighting at 122 or 126?
126 right now. And we're going to see how that goes. And then after that, you know, we're just going to climb the ladder. And, you know, wherever he feels comfortable at, we'll go at that one. And we'll just try to conquer every weight class we can conquer.
And I hate to fast forward on you too far, Kay, but I gotta mention it because it seems like a mouth-watering fight. It seems like there's only a couple people that can compete with Lomachenko. You know what I mean? And it seems like, what do you think? It seems to me like Shakur Stevenson, he would match up really well with a Lomachenko maybe 2-3 years from now.
I mean, I feel honored that you look at it that way. You know what I mean? That's a great thing. I mean, a lot of people said Lomachenko couldn't make the transition to become a world champion in the pros, and look at him now. You know, from being an Olympic star to being a world champion. I feel like, you know, Shakur will rise to the occasion. If it comes, it comes. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you look at my kid as him being one of those potentially to go ahead and face Lomachenko. And believe me, if it comes our way, hey, we'll be ready. You know, so I can't speak about the future. I can only speak about the present right now. 2017 is something that we're trying to knock down, and then, you know, 18 or 19, if it comes about and Lomachenko's around and he's in our path, it's who we have to, you know, that's the door we have to walk through.
Now, I know when Floyd Mayweather turned pro, his dream, almost from the day he turned pro, his dream was to fight Oscar De La Hoya one day.
There you go.
When it comes to Shakur Stevenson, has he talked to you about dreaming about fighting anyone one day in a big pay-per-view fight?
To be honest with you, I mean, Shakur has a lot of dreams, you know what I'm saying? And he's been making all his dreams become reality. So Shakur's a kid that he doesn't want to take no shortcuts. He wants to fight whoever's the best. Mm-hmm. To be the best, to say you're the greatest, you have to fight the best. So if you look at it, 126 has a lot of great fighters in there. So to just, you know, point your finger at one fighter, it's kind of hard because after you beat that one fighter, they're going to say, hey, you got to beat this guy. Yeah. So right now, Shakur wants to fight everybody. He wants to fight everybody. So, you know how you guys are. He'll say, oh, well, he beat him today. He was the best, and he beat him, and then Shakur beats him. The next, you know, it's another one that's the best. So Shakur's going to have a hard task in front of him. So he's ready for everybody. He's going to be ready.
Absolutely, man. Well, I really look forward to it. One more time, just to give me a ballpark. When did you say he may turn pro?
We're maybe March, maybe afterwards. We'll see. You know what I mean? We're just, conversation with promotional companies is, kind of hard sometimes. So you want to make sure you get the right contract and get the right deal going. So that's all it takes. I mean, Shakur's in the gym right now, so whenever they give us a date, we're ready.
Okay. And you guys still sparring with Gervonta Tank Davis? Well, not anymore. I know he.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful work. Shakur, watched Tank grow up. I've watched Tank grow up since he was 8 years old, in the streets of Baltimore, fighting, staying out of the streets and staying in the gym. And, he was successful with staying inside of the gym. And I like what him and his team has been doing with him, keeping him grounded. And, even him signing with Mayweather and them, getting him to this position is great. You know what I mean? I feel that Tank is, really ready to step up to the stage. He's a kid that he's faced a lot of adversity growing up. So I don't think this is nothing hard to him. I think he's going to go out there and do what he has to do, and he's going to become a world champion. Him sparring Shakur, it was beautiful. It was great work. They pushed each other. It's something that Shakur, he liked, to help his big brother out. Him and Tank are real cool. So it was a great opportunity for him to work with him and help him out and, be part of this and becoming a world champion.
Absolutely. And Gervonta Tank Davis, he's about to fight for a world title. Real soon right now against Jose Pedraza. So how do you see him doing in that fight?
I feel like, Tank goes out there, relaxes, stay cool, don't look for the big punch or nothing like that. I think it'll all come together. I think it'll all come together, and I'm not one to say, he'll knock someone out. You know what I mean? I think, his Tank's speed should, overcome his opponent, and I feel like Tank, if it comes down to it, I think he'll probably stop him later on.
Hey, man. Well, good stuff, man. Thanks, man. I'm going to definitely be hitting you up on the regular and you get your thoughts on, what's going on, man. Anything else?
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Dante.
No doubt, man. Anything else you want to say to the fans before I let you go, man?
Oh, no, everybody, man, stay tuned to my man, Dante Nation, man. Real good dude right here. He goes straight to the source and puts it to the grind. So, keep your ear to the streets and pay attention to Dante's Nation, man.
I appreciate it, fam. All right, Kay, I'll catch up with you, man.
man.
All right, take care.
All right, my brother. Thank you. All right, bye.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.